Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Monday. I just wanted to do a quick macro Monday update. And so we're going to start with Bitcoin. We had a bit of an ambivalent weekly close right here. As you can see, this is a doji candle, which reflects indecision, right? Price, there was a lot of volatility. Price went all the way up and all the way down and then closed somewhere down here below the previous bearish engulfing candles low. So that wasn't necessarily the strongest close. However, the fact that we came down and retested yet again this midline of this channel that we've been stuck in for over 224 days. I drew this way back when, and I estimated that 224 days should hopefully be the maximum, which is proving to be, well, we're still in it. So I'll adjust that another time. But anyhow, since this weekly close, hang on, before we continue, I want to look at the moving averages. Yeah, okay. We can also pull this up. So this is the visible range volume profile, which shows the point of control basically right above us. So this is the area with the most volume in this range. And so we did actually close below it. We've been playing with this area above, below, above, below. But the good news here is that this 20 moving average, we have been holding as support ever since the beginning of September. We've been closing above, 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 which is great. This is the 50, this is the 100, and we've got the 200 down here. So these are the exponential moving averages. And the fact that on the weekly, Bitcoin is holding all of these as support right now, that is a very fantastic sign. That's a sign of strength on the macro. And so, I know a lot of people have been bearish about this structure, but honestly, the fact that we got the 50% line of the whole macro structure here, this 50% line, if we fell below here and we were doing a structure like that down below here, then I would have probably exited already, to be honest. But, this is inherently a bullish structure. Don't get it twisted. The fact that it has stayed within this channel, this is a bullish consolidation. Some traders would rather stay out throughout this whole time and wait for either a break below, a break above, or a break below, which is totally fine. I personally am not one of those traders, and I was buying the August lows and the September lows, and I am over 90% all in already, and I am very happy to be so, because honestly, guys, this is looking very bullish to me. And like I said, the fact that we are holding above this midline, this is bullish. And then, the week already, it's only Monday. So obviously this could end up being a bearish candle and we could close all the way down here. As far as we know, no idea. However, this is obviously looking really good right now. Let's switch down to the daily. So on the daily, we are still also above all of these moving averages, which is very good to see. The main level we need to surpass right now to really enter more bullishness is 66,500. If we can daily close above there, then it probably looks like we're going to make try and make a break for this. But of course, resistance will remain resistance until it is not. And at the moment, this 68,000-ish range is the major supply up ahead. However, this is looking good. I mean, this is not a closed candle yet, so we can't don't pop the champagne yet. However, honestly, this is looking great, guys. We've been in this consolidation for over 222 days. Probably now, what is this? Hang on. from the time we entered this channel. 229 days. This is one of, if not the longest consolidations in Bitcoin's history. And, you know the saying, the longer the base, the higher in space, which means that when you have a consolidation like this is like a beach ball being held underwater, right? And it's just wanting to explode. And let's have a look at some volume and some market cipher. Look at the money flow, nice and thick this whole time. That's on the weekly. And you've got this VWAP flipping up, which is a leading indicator that we are potentially heading up further. Let's look on the daily. Also looks good. We had a recent momentum flip on just over the weekend. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, you can see we're going right up into a fair value gap, bearish fair value gap. So it would not surprise me if we have another correction down here. This would make for a great entry, if you wanted to enter a new long. Although it is a little bit no man's land being in the middle of this channel, but you could do like a little scalp and then maybe up until the top of the range. That could be a decent trade, to be honest. Anyhow, let's move on to, just briefly, let's move on to ETH. ETH, here, I like this money flow getting thinner. This is a good sign. This is on the daily. Again, you've got a fair value gap down here, which might need to get filled before continuation. But, I think ETH is, as sick as it looks, I think ETH wants to start moving back up. This money flow indicates that there is accumulation going on here. Whales don't like to make too much noise while they're accumulating. You got the VWAP pointing up. This is looking good. Let's have a look on the macro, which means we'll also look at the Dixie. Okay. Interesting. The dollar index is looking pretty strong, which is not good for crypto or any risk assets. However, look what's just above here. When price comes up here, this looks like it'll likely be a bearish retest. So if price comes up here, fills this fair value gap, and gets rejected and comes all the way down, I mean, when we get, or if we get our bull market or our mania phase, this will drop probably down to the mid-90s at least. And that's going to be Valhalla time. Let's move on to Bitcoin dominance. Still just up against this monthly key resistance. So much speculation on whether it's going to take a dive from here or if it's going to blast through. Money flows coming down a little bit. But who knows? I mean, as soon as Bitcoin breaks out, this could very easily also break out. We did the Dixie. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ taking a little breather. I'm not in the camp that, TradFi is about to implode. There's some people speculating that because it's so overextended, it's due for basically a bear market or something. And, anything's possible. However, from what I can see right here, this is very bullish. It's up above all-time highs, consolidating above all-time highs. This is not bearish. You see, this is, holding support above previous all-time high from 2021. That's very bullish. And, I personally wouldn't want to be, trying to short this thing, not when it's got this kind of strength. Even if it does take a little bit of a cool down, so long as, it maintains these levels up here, there's nothing bearish about it. SPX is just on a mission. Look, it has its nice little corrections, but keeps bouncing beautifully. Until we lose like this uptrend, there's nothing to be bearish about here. It's crazy, but look And this is how the SPX can move sometimes, you know. We got the global liquidity, which actually I want to pull that up. There is my global liquidity. This is with, that's not what I wanted. Oh no. Oh, anyway, I'll have to find it another time. However, while I've got you here, I wanted to just briefly go over some of the other metrics, such as the MVRV Z-score. And while that was a local top back there, the levels that, you know, previous cycle tops has not even, we haven't even come near anything like that, right? When this starts getting up here and here, that's when we're like, okay, when it starts touching this red, that's when you want to get out. So we're nowhere near there. We have net unrealized profits and loss, the NUPL. And again, up here is when you want to be scaling out, or whenever this is getting too overheated. The blue line here, right? So we did get a little bit overheated, obviously, on that, you know, local top that we recently had in March, but it's cooled off all the way down here. So whenever this gets up to the red, again, that's when we want to be getting out, but we're far from there. Same with this orange line here. When it gets too overheated, that's when you want to get out. That would have been a great signal for you to get out back in March. Terminal price. You can see here that this perfectly marks the tops, and it has not even come close to it. Now, of course, I do understand diminishing returns, but I mean, honestly, you know, even last year or last cycle with the weak initial top, it's still already surpassed that red line. So again, not close. This is basically the same as the 12, the 2-year moving average multiplier, similar to the terminal price just now, how that red line gets revisited, and we have not gone anywhere near that. 200-week moving average, we haven't even left the blue and then gone into the green or the orange or the red. Far. Global liquidity is still on the rise, but Bitcoin has yet to respond. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there and keep it nice and short. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit the like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Take care. Bye.